Hey everybody, I hope you guys are doing well. So I wanted to come to you guys with a few topics in one video. I actually prefer those sometimes because you can cover a lot, but I definitely wanted to do that to you guys before I do. Happy Wednesday to all of you. I hope you guys are faring well through all of this madness that we are living with and living through. Hang on, y'all. Just hang on. Not to say that 2021 is going to be any better, but just hang on. I'm just trying to be optimistic and hope that things will definitely turn around and get better for all of us. Okay. So let's get into the Verzuz that is coming up this Saturday between Miss Keyshia Cole and Ashanti. Now, I know that Kishiko Cole has been wanting to do a Verzuz for a minute. She's kind of been putting that energy out there for a while. And a lot of people were saying, oh, maybe it should be Keyshia Cole versus Fantasia, Keyshia Cole versus, they even put Toni Braxton up there. And I was just like, listen, don't insult Toni like that. I love Keyshia Cole, but don't insult Toni like that. I do hope that Toni will get her Verzuz, but it just wouldn't have been Keyshia Cole. It wouldn't even have matched up or made sense. They're not even of the same generation. It should truly, in my opinion, always been a generation type of thing. But I do think that Ashanti and Keyshia Cole was the perfect matchup. I mean, they really did kind of come around the same time. Ashanti came a little bit before Keyshia, but nonetheless, they were both popping around the same time. So I'm actually glad that both of these young ladies are getting their flowers. And I was thinking about a lot of their really, really popular songs. And listen, Ashanti, every time you turned on the radio in the early 2000s, Ashanti was on the radio. Okay. She damn near wrote pretty much J-Lo music, right? So she is very, very beautiful woman. Keyshia Cole. Now I love me some Keyshia Cole. I love her ballad. She's very more ballad type, but I really do enjoy her music. So I am glad. I mean, it's not like one of these Verzuz that I'm just like, oh, I got to sit down and just, I don't think it's going to be that kind of Verzuz. I'm just happy to be able to just kind of like reminisce and be like, oh, I remember that song, but not one of those Verzuz where like a Teddy Riley Babyface type thing for me. Now that was everything, even though it was jacked up, it was janky, it was everything to me. And I'm sure that there are going to be people out there because this is their generation it's going to be everything to them. But I'm still excited to watch it. I'm definitely going to watch it and just see these two women because you don't really hear shit about Ashanti. Ashanti don't really be in no mess, right? And Keyshia Cole really don't either. So I'm glad that they're both getting their flowers. They deserve it. Now again, I'm waiting on the day when Toni Braxton finally get hers too. But I'm glad that they matched this right. And Ashanti and Keyshia Cole is the right match, right? They really are the right match. And I was looking at their catalog, their music. I think it's going to be great. So congratulations to these women. Even before it get popping, I hope their music streams go up. I just hope people get a chance to really appreciate the music that these women put out because they were truly a part of that so-called generation. And I'm happy for them. All right. Now let's get into another topic. I want to talk a little bit about Vlad TV. Now, this is Casanova. He's a rapper, and the FBI has been doing some. They've been cleaning house. Everybody getting arrested. Shit, everybody getting arrested and brought up on charges. Man, folks ain't playing. But anyway, the FBI basically used Casanova's interview with DJ Vlad TV, to pretty much indict him on his RICO charges. And Vlad was trending yesterday, and people was like, Vlad the cops, Vlad the cops. And I'm just thinking to myself, how did y'all not know that though? Even the way he conducts his interviews and the way he asks questions should have been suspect to people. But I'm not going to blame Vlad for that. That's not Vlad's fault that these men decided to be chatty patties and get up on this man's platform because they think that the white man's water is wetter and ice is colder, get up on this white man's platform and run their mouths. Their egos allowed them to get up on this man's platform and be like, I'm just so hard, I'm just so gangster, yeah, I did this and I did that. And if you listen to the questions that he be asking them, I'm like, Are y'all seriously answering this man? Are y'all seriously doing this? You could just tell that this man, look, he act like he was a federal informant, the way he even asks questions. So I ain't gonna blame Vlad for that. Don't blame Vlad for the fact that they decided, instead of going to, black media, black, outlets and things like that to do interviews, that they would go sit with this man. I'll never forget the interview, and y'all have to go see it. The interview he did with Lil Baby. That Lil Baby almost got himself caught up. Lil Baby it was kind of funny though. Lil Baby was sitting there talking about this little incident that he had in jail where he had this fight. And Vlad was like, oh, it was a white guy, right? Or something like that. He was like, how you know? Lil Baby was like, wait, how you know? He was like, I just assumed, because I just figured that it was that. I think I heard that. Lil Baby almost got his ass caught up with Vlad talking to him, because they just get on there, and like I said, they let their egos just run amok, because they want to prove that they hard, and prove that they did this, and prove that they did this, and all of a sudden they just start talking and talking and talking and talking. So if Casanova got caught up, it's because he allowed himself to get caught up, right? Vlad didn't put no gun to the man's head and said, "Here, tell me." He didn't. He asked the questions, and y'all just start running y'all goddamn mouths. Dudes be chatty patties for real these days. So do not blame Vlad for that. People been telling them that dude is a cop. Like he a federal informant. He a snitch. But I don't even think necessarily he a snitch. You can see these dudes get on this platform and just tell their whole life story, and tell all the shit that they did in their past, and tell all the stuff that make them so hard, to make them so gangster. And so Casanova basically just did the same shit. That's all that happened, right? And even when he was turning himself in, he was like, I'm gangster. He's still talking shit. I'm like, that ain't Vlad's issue. That's y'all. Y'all still want to be thugs. Y'all still want to be hood. Y'all still want to be this, to prove what? To prove what? Now you got to go sit down and be away from your people, right? So when I saw Vlad trending, I just thought to myself, I cannot honestly believe that people are sitting here still talking to this man. They still will sit down and talk to DJ Vlad over other outlets, over other media outlets. They'll pass up the black media outlet because somehow DJ Vlad must be what's so great about this man, except that he barely show his face. I don't get it. Anyway, moving on. My condolences go out to Wendy Williams at the loss of her mother. Her mother, Shirley Williams, had passed, and news broke. It wasn't like Wendy broke the news. News started circulating when somebody on Instagram, I believe it was one of her mother's friends' granddaughters or something along those lines, or something like that, posted about her passing. And then it kind of went viral, and everybody, of course, started sending their condolences to Wendy. And listen, because I have lost my mother, I've actually lost both parents. I know how difficult that can be. This is the post that did it. It says, one of my granny's best friends for 83 years passed away, Miss Shirley Williams, always available for my granny and our family. She flew in to share this beautiful speech at Granny's 100th birthday. Mr. and Mrs. Williams is truly what the kids now call couples goals. May she rest peacefully, in prayers to at Wendy's show and the entire family. Fun fact, she did not like to be called Wendy's mom. That's what she was just telling them not to say in the video. So this is what actually went viral and the people were talking about. But here's where things get a little odd. Now, Wendy got on her show Monday and she talked about her mother passing, and she said, my mother passed many weeks ago. Her brother, Thomas Williams, who is on the left here, got on his YouTube, I think it was Monday, I'm thinking it's Monday, and said, or maybe it was yesterday, I don't know. But nonetheless, he got on his YouTube channel and he said something along the lines of, my mother passed this past Sunday. So, and I picked that up from Love B. Scott. Love B. Scott posted it and said, wait a minute. Wendy said her mama passed many weeks ago. Thomas is saying his mother passed this past Sunday. Very odd, but it's possible. It is possible. I'm just trying to throw Wendy some bail here, because people be talking about she on that stuff, but grief. It is possible that she may have been meaning metaphorically. Like if your mother is incapacitated, like my mother was for me, or they just aren't themselves anymore. Maybe they've been like in a coma or whatever it is possible that she felt like she lost her weeks ago. So I'm just kind of giving her the benefit of the doubt, because honestly, it was strange for her to say that her mother passed many, 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 many weeks ago, and her brother get on YouTube and say, my mother passed this past Sunday. It can't be, it's either one or the other. And I'm guessing because of that post and the timing of that post, that she did in fact pass this past Sunday that just passed. So when Wendy said many, many weeks ago, I'm just guessing. Now, again, I don't know. I'm just guessing. Maybe she is saying metaphorically, like, I lost my mother a while ago. Like she hasn't been the same. Because it does happen like that. Once a person, maybe they're in a coma or something changes about them physically where they're just no longer there, the person that you knew, it is possible that that's how she meant it. But again, I ain't in her mind to know. I'm just kind of throwing her a little bail here, trying to figure out why she did in fact say that her mother passed many, many weeks ago, when her brother just said no. He completely had a completely different story than Wendy. But nonetheless, losing a parent is difficult. And my prayers are to Wendy, because, and her brother, of course, her family, because that's very difficult indeed. It's nothing like losing a parent. I lost mine 6 years ago in February. Yeah, I think, it's been about almost 7 years actually. And it's still to this day, not a day goes by that I don't think about her. So again, my condolences to Wendy, and I hope that this doesn't like send her into kind of tailspin, because she's always kind of teetering on sobriety, and this is the kind of thing that could certainly knock somebody off the wagon, if you will. So I hope that she'll be able to pull it together, just for the sake of her son, for the sake of her, and for her health sake. All right. So one of the last things I want to talk about, and I wanted to save this for last, is this woman right here, Miss Cardi B, who have pissed off the people once again. One of the reasons why I don't talk about Cardi B no more is because I just can't keep up with the bullshit. And sometimes it's just like, it ain't even worth it to even mention her half the times. But I wanted to talk a little bit about this because of the backlash that she got recently. And I think it was a couple of days ago. Miss Cardi B, during the pandemic, decided to get on the internet like she always do. This is why this isn't shocking to me, and I don't understand why people always like having these outbursts and dragging her, because she been the same person. But nonetheless, let me like not get off on a tangent here. Let me explain. A few days ago, Cardi B decides to get on the internet and say, should I spend $88,000 for this damn purse? Oh my God, it's tempting. And somebody said, listen, you asking a bunch of poor motherfuckers in the middle of a panoramic. I thought that was actually funny. I think she was being funny. I hope she was being funny, but it's funny nonetheless. And so when people started dragging her and asking her, what the hell is wrong with you? Why the hell would you ask us? We poor. Some of us don't even make that in 2 years. This is the ugly ass purse you're talking about, by the way. Cardi B got in her feelings. And I don't understand these celebrities. Listen, don't y'all got like a support group for rich people where y'all can sit here and literally like maybe have a chat, an app where all the rich people can get together, all the rich celebrities can go and talk about y'all rich people problems? Because I promise you, we don't give a goddamn about what y'all dealing with about an $88,000 purse. Then she gets upset and she gets in her feelings. All I asked about was a fucking purse. I'm getting scared to tweet. I'm just going to tweet Bible quotes here. As if that it didn't go over well. And she should have known that. All right. But she didn't quit there. She kept going. And she kept going and kept going. And when one of her fans basically said, Cardi, listen, you sent me $500. I appreciate that. It was like when her and Meg were giving out like the money through WAP or whatever like that. Even though they didn't give shit. It was actually through Cash App. But that's a whole nother conversation. She got upset with the woman for coming at her, and the woman came at her respectfully. Right here it is. She said, "I'm grateful recipient of $500 from you this summer. Despite your charity, your tweet about spending $88,000 when people are literally struggling to survive is insensitive. Your charity doesn't preclude you from critique. We love you and want you to learn from this." She not gonna learn. When are y'all gonna learn that she not gonna learn? When are y'all gonna stop making excuses for this woman? Is enough enough? Because literally just a few weeks ago, she was on the internet showing off Birkins, and they were having like a Birkin war. So what are y'all waiting on? Like, what are y'all waiting on to figure out about this woman who has shown time and time again that she don't give a damn about y'all? I ain't like Cardi B in a minute. Can't stand ass, which is why I don't even bother to most of the time talk about it unless something come up like this. Because it's just like, okay, finally, do y'all get it? That she don't give a damn. And she ain't the only one. She ain't the only one. There's a lot of these celebrities that's so out of touch and they don't read the room. People literally are hurting. There are people out here that ain't paid their rent and mortgage in months, right? Their jobs literally just stopped existing and they're trying to figure it out. And so it is completely out of touch to get on the internet and talk about an $88,000 purse when people are hurting. But again, this is the woman that has been given pass after pass after pass on her bullshit. This is the woman that is Billboard's Woman of the Year. For the life of me, I don't know why. I don't know why that didn't go to Meg Thee Stallion. Cardi B literally came in on the beginning of the fourth quarter and decided to drop WAP. She ain't did shit all year. She decides to drop WAP, and now she's the Billboard Woman of the Year. Again, pass after pass. And y'all been, but this is what you create when you keep giving pass and pass and pass and pass to an industry plant. Because that's what she is. She got to be an industry plant. I've always said this. Cardi B is an industry plant because there is nobody else, especially a black woman. And she ain't black. Let's not have this debate because I don't want nobody coming. I'm just kind of like stopping y'all in no tracks. Don't come down there in my comments talking about she black. No, she ain't. There is no woman that is black that could get away with the bullshit that Cardi B has done time and time and time again. Wishing AIDS on a black man's mother. Calling black women roaches. I already hear. She only called one black woman roach. Calling a dead child a monkey. Talking about drugging and robbing men. And the industry overlooks it and pretends she ain't did none of that. And for all you super sensitive people that love to talk about like, oh my gosh, she's so, this is homophobic and that's homophobic. She's done some transphobic stuff. But again, time after time, it's like, well, she's learning, she's growing. We just have to give her time to grow, as if this girl is like 16 years old. Cardi B has been this way. Cardi B has never cared about her craft or what she's into. She's never cared about the rap thing. She has just been a parrot. She's a parrot that keeps getting pass after pass after pass because the industry wants her there. The industry wants her there, which is why she can do what a Sukihana, which remember, I dragged Sukihana a while ago when she got on the OnlyFans talking about this and this. And if I want to do this and if I'm going to do this with money and a man should be able to get, Cardi B do this shit all the time. Why she not getting dragged? She don't get dragged the way a Sukihana would have got dragged for that. If Cardi B did the same thing that Sukihana did, she still got listed. She's still Billboard's Woman of the Year. Cardi B has done all kinds of shit and never once apologized for some of the stuff that she said. They have let her pass because she's Cardi B, because she can do that. Black women need to stop thinking that you not like her, you can't do what she do because she ain't black. All right? And again, like I said, I know people going to get on down in here in these comments and be like, oh my gosh, she's black. Well, shit, I just talked about DJ Vlad. Go look at the Vlad interview. He be asking. She ain't black. She even says she like interracial relationships. But now people are having this come to Jesus moment about who she really is. And I'm just like, why? She's always shown you that she's been a trash human. She's been a trash human for quite some time now. And money just makes trash humans even worse. Okay, so that's all it did. So when this whole $88,000 purse fiasco and backlash, why? The Democrats even tried to prop her up and say, hey, we're talking to Cardi B. They had Joe Biden talking to Cardi B. Like, we gave a damn. Didn't nobody give a damn about that shit. Y'all just y'all took a big old L by sitting there thinking that we wanted to hear from her. No, we didn't. Because she can't relate to what we doing. She just showed you a damn $88,000 purse. She's sitting here talking about she for Bernie Sanders. Do you think Bernie Sanders is for people going out and spending that kind of money when folks out here literally can't even buy food and they in food lines and child lines right now? She's so out of touch, but she's been out of touch. And her and celebrities, the rest of them have been out of touch for a minute. So I just simply say, listen, the next time Cardi B, I think Cardi B just wanted some attention. That's my guess. Cardi B knew that she was going to draw backlash. Cardi B just be looking for attention. Next time, though, you have a rich person question, go just roll over if he there at home and ask your rich husband. Go ask the rest of your rich friends. Because the rest of us don't give a damn. We don't have, if I had $88,000, y'all, I would pay my student loans. Okay, I would try to pay half of my student loans. I'll put it like that. Half of my student loans would be paid off. Half. Okay, maybe that's just interest. So don't ask us regular people about no goddamn $88,000 person. For again, I'm glad that people are finally waking up and stop giving this girl excuse after excuse. That's why she is the way she is now, because y'all excused her for 2 goddamn years about her little behavior and you thought it was cute. It ain't so cute anymore now that you're sitting there trying to figure out where you're going to get your next meal at. And she on here saying, I'm just going to buy the purse. I'm going to buy it. Listen, she rich. She can do whatever she wants. At the end of the day, that is her money. And she is entitled to do whatever the hell she want to do with her money. But keep it to yourself, Cardi B. Keep it to your goddamn self. Because a lot of us ain't cared in a long time. We just don't. And now the rest of everybody else is waking up. All right. But that's all I have to say about that. I just wanted to get off my chest before I get up out of here this morning. Let me know what you think about these different topics. And, like, share, comment, and subscribe. And you guys know I will see you on the next video. All right. Y'all have a blessed Wednesday. Take care, y'all. Bye.